Alright, so today is the day. All for One. 24 hours from now, All for One officially will be arriving in MHA Ultra Rumble. It'll probably be out actually, so like 23 or 22 hours, because the game does end off the maintenance early. We have All for One Alpha, Beta, Gamma here today, and special action. We're going to go through it. I truly hope you guys are excited. If you are ready, hit that like button. Best of luck to everybody pulling. Please let me know down below, are you pulling or skipping? I genuinely am curious. And then prepare for next video, because I do have an announcement for you that you might like. We'll see. Over here, let's get into it. All for One Youth Age skill previews. Quirk skill Alpha, Thunder Sepulture. We have Fire Laser that pierces opponents. It explodes either on impact or at the maximum range. Here's the JP version of it. Thunder Burial is what it's called over there, or translated over there. A long-range attack that fires a laser capable of piercing through opponents. Which, yes, depending on the opponents and depending on if they're in a line, it does pierce through. The laser either explodes upon impact or at its maximum range. It is also recommended to aim at the ground or walls to trigger the explosion, allowing the blast to deal damage to the opponents. This one also has a very decent amount of text here, and depending on how you combo things, it's very fun to land this, and also the blowback effect is actually, you'll see, it's pretty good. But they also published this in 1920 by 1080 quality, which is like, bro, that's not an ultra normal thing to do. 1080, all right, that's not bad. 1920 by 1080. So when I was grabbing the video file, it was all like that. I'm like, wow, they actually cared, dude. I believe Global tweeted Deku in 1280 by 720. They for some reason did full quality, baby. Gotta see All for One in his highest quality. Over here though, you can kind of see it again. This is the skill 9. At again or testing the pierce feature, so you can kind of see that's how it operates. Then again, level 9 over here, the radius is pretty large. That is a pretty freaking large radius. He's aiming at the middle over here, that much range to hit. So remember, for people that can't aim, right, like Toga and characters like that, you got, even if you fail, that's what you have over here. You have the ability to still land a hit. So pretty decent range. And then again, bounce back after a bunch of hits, by the way, too. Let's not even say otherwise. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 5. 5 and then bounce back. So there you go. That's how that goes. We have the JP version of the video here. Let's see what they show. If they show anything different, let's rewind it or zoom out. There we go. Let's see if they show anything different. Pretty much, I think it's the same for the most part. Shows the pierce effect, shows the radius over here. Remember, it also has the initial hit and the explosion hit afterwards, right? So it has like it's like a, would you say like a Semtex, I guess, from like COD or something like that? Would you say like that? But yes, it's just simple alpha. Over here, same thing, showing it now at level 9. It does, again, it has pretty decent range. Yeah, range. So that's also there. And then again, follows up over here showing it, which looks about the same. So they kept that. I like how they actually did All for One versus Deku and All Might. That's actually kind of cool, because in the anime that was like the fight, right? Or technically, if you were to go to it, right? He's fighting Shigaraki. All Might showed up to help. But yeah, over here you have Quark skill Beta Meteor Annihilation and Meteor Star, a ranged attack that rains dark balls. I didn't say that, they did. Dark balls. And a straight line forward. Hold down to enlarge the dark balls. The following speed slows. Slows, but the explosion range becomes wider. Use them strategically based on the distance of your opponent and the battle situation. The global version says, Meteor Annihilation, drop dark balls in a straight line ahead of you. They cause small explosions at the point of impact. Again, they said it, not me, alright? They had JP had to amplify dark balls twice. So pretty much with this one, it's kind of cool. They actually show this off pretty well. It pretty much depends on where you are, but like Uraraka and other characters that like have their effect come out of the ground, this one comes from the sky. So because of that, it's actually pathed perfectly to be saying, hey, if I'm on a rooftop here, I still get hit. So that's kind of cool. It's a definite buff to like this sort of attack, because we have a lot of attacks like this that come from the ground, right? Dobbies, pillars, things like that again emanate from there and have bad pathing. Because of that, like that person's never getting hit. But you know, with this coming from the sky, it has a lot of different things. So depending on you might just randomly hit somebody. You might randomly just catch a stray because you just got like a dark ball from the sky on you. All because, again, of you on the building. He was there. He was aiming someone to the ground, but it still hit you. And you can see the radius over there. Look at that. Just to understand the radius, because again, it's shown in the building over here. That's the blast radius. It's the entire street. So people understand, like, is it that big of a radius? Freaking huge. Look at that. It's covering the entire street. All parts of this was covered. This was eaten up. Over here was eaten up. Around here, it's a pretty large radius. And then over here, testing it again. So again, depends. This is very, very good for also, like, just, I guess, some extra damage, pick damage and such. And then also look at the range on it. He can be up here and land this. Again, they have all the time in the world to dodge. But when you hear overdrive in your ear and you're getting pounded by the Deku, and then that hits you, you don't have time to run. Like, I already imagine it. Shigaraki's grabbing you, Ibarra's grabbing you, and they're stuck. They're genuinely, you realize that they're stuck in that animation. Drop that on them. Like, dude, that'll be like the biggest power move. Like, just imagine. Most characters that have grab functionalities, they don't have the ability to, like, get out of it. So, Dabi, stocks down. Like, if anybody's down, it's Mount Lady. Is she not just gonna get, like, a giant meteor to the forehead instantly? Does it, like, the hitbox is the head, right? So immediately she just gets, like, she can't even dodge that, right? Unless she quickly sees it coming, she's like, shrink and then run or something? Bro, does she just instantly take that to the head? I don't even know, but we have, we already read this. That was both of those. And then, do we see the JP version already? This is the JP version. We want to see it. Might have something different for you. I don't think so. Let's see. This is... Maybe, I think this is the version I didn't show yet. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but we'll just watch it real quick. Pretty much, I think it just shows the same things. Yeah, same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Same thing. I'm pretty sure it just showed the same thing. So, there's nothing to, like, really watch here. Shows it here. He can move. Yeah, so this is different, actually. He can move a great distance and then get to it. And then same thing here. So one of them I already showed you. All right, now Gamma. All for one youth age skill previews. Quirk skill Gamma. Divine Judgment, Crumbling Orb. Float in midair. Jump to rise and crouch to descend. Charge energy. And then release it in a wide blast. Dodge to cancel consuming a set amount of ammo. Over here's the JV version. It's Divine Judgment and Crumbling Jade. A technique that creates wings and allows movement through the air while charging energy. While dodging attacks in the air, unleash Energy Blast and sweep away opponents, multiple opponents, with a wide range attack after maximum charge. Global version, and then we'll do JV version. So now I at least remember what I did here. Pretty much, it goes into this this functionality, and now he can walk around. It's like thinking about Kurogiri's Mist. If you've done that before, that's kind of how that functions. And if you tap X or dodge, roll, right, you can pretty much get out of it. But it does consume the gauge, or a set amount of gauge there. So this is, again, kind of how it functions. Goes like this, goes like this. You, again, set up, like you build up the energy, and once the energy's there, you unleash it. And that's at level 1, bro. That's the range at level 1. He's hitting the car here. So if he moved to the left, he's literally getting the entirety of this zone here, this entirety of this circle. So he's getting anybody in this vicinity. And remember, unless they turn a corner, enter a building, or do something like that, they're getting damaged, right? So now this is level 9. So level 9, you see how much the projectile increases, and you see movement speed feels the same, but I believe, look at the Gamma. Much larger. So again, he's hitting everything from this door to this building to this. He's hitting it all, bro. And there you go. JP version here. Let's see it. Pretty much, though, I do think that still he is a very powerful character. But I also want to make it clear that I don't think that he's, like, top 1 in the game. I still don't stand by that, right? I know that, again, players are, like, hyping him up. I know that players are like, oh my god, it's crazy. I definitely think that he's going to be, like, genuinely one of the top picks. But don't think he's, like, the most busted. Remember, if you just use brain cells, take him out at this form. You don't want him to get to the Gamma stage, because it's a clean 250. It's a clean 250 to you. So remember, focus and all for one. Don't just let the guy float there. It's like when Deku is getting off overdrive, when he's getting to that point, you have to fight. You have to have your teammates with you. You have to have generally speaking, players just let it happen. Like, oh, he'll get that kill for me. No, you want to stop him, because once he's done pounding him, he's coming for you. He's coming for you. So again, like, bro, understand that. I genuinely don't get why players, like, just leave it. I watch Deku's consistently, and, like, they're just free. They're a free, like, 150 damage. They just get their overdrive going, and then they just run at that point, all right? They get that kill, and then they're coming to you, right? But you'll burn that bridge when you get to it, right? Remember, with this kit, he needs time to build up. He needs time for all of his abilities. For his Gamma, he needs time to build it up to get that massive charge. With his Beta, you saw it. He needs that time. He needs an ability. So again, you see over here, cast it, holds. Now he can release it, right? So in the air, fight him. Don't just let him do that. Will he get easy pickings? Will he get, if no one's looking at him, like, will that happen? Yes, that will happen. And there's no doubt about that. But again, All For One will be, it's like Endeavor as well, right? Endeavor has a little bit of a cast time. When he casts it, he's very deadly. Before he can get it casted again, because he has, one Beta and Gamma, right? Fight him while the recharge occurs. That's your goal. Run at him. Remember also, every character who has like those kits that are low ammo but high damage, they are going to be far better this season now because of this garbage release. Remember, everyone's a threat now, especially because All For One's speeding up their reload time. It's going to be a bit of a problem, so focus properly, all right? Properly. Focus, all right, people. But yeah, let's check the special action. So now let's put it all together. All For One special action preview. Flight command. Use dash midair to fly, or Phantom Strike. Seals the special actions of opponents you hit for a limited time. It pierces through walls to hit opponents on the other side. Over here we have the JP version. There are two types of special actions. First is Shokai. You can fly by inputting a dash input in the air, while in the air. The second is, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. It seals the special actions of the opponents you hit with these for the certain amount of period of time. You can also hit opponents through walls. We have the global version first, so this is the video there. Pretty much, I think we're expecting a very strong, and it hits multiple people. I didn't even know that either. Wow. So that means, so it's depending on the gauge. The gauge depends on how many people you hit. And if it's filled, hit still counts gauge, but doesn't count that much gauge. So remember, if you do go and hit one person, you end up hitting two, that uses up your special action gauge. So plan accordingly. Right? Because like, I got enough in the tank to run away after this, but what do I do? Right? And I accidentally pierced 3 people, 2 people, who knows how many you hit. Now again, it blocks out their special action. So from Deku's POV, this is how long he's blocked for, so. Imagine, right, a res character who needs to get that res off crucially in this time frame. Now, hyper armor's dropped. He has, or invisibility's dropped, right? He now can get chased, attacked, killed. Now it comes back. So again, a decent amount of time, especially when people said Dobby, right? Dobby, imagine him. Before, you have how much time, how many seconds to guarantee that kill, make sure that he doesn't special res, and kill him, correct? So, and again, it connects. He has the ability to alpha in flight mode. He also has the ability to, from flight mode, transfer into his Gamma, drop his Gamma, transfer into his Beta, drop his Beta. He also has time to get into his Gamma and such, so it's a very powerful special action. For an assault character having movement like that, you might get pissed, but it's like, isn't it just a better Endeavor's thing? Because Endeavor has like the melee that you use to kind of push it. I don't think he has any sort of melee tech that can speed it up, but he does have a pretty decent amount of gauge, and how far he can travel, it's pretty good. We did see that from an LJ's video, so we had that as like a kind of pinpoint, but you can see it here again. Special action taken. He's just sitting there until, right, a bit of time. So, there you go. Yeah, and then goes back into this. So again, starts flight over here, and I'm pretty sure there's more flight to show, but downs him, then gets back into flight, and then drops the Beta. Now again, he's not consuming flight at this point, right? Because again, he's now in the Beta, but he then can, maybe continue on the flight words from there, but it's a pretty decent amount. So, what do you think? That is Young All For One. He genuinely looks very, very good, and I think that he'll be one of the better releases, but I genuinely want him more for the tuning, so I might be biased, but I do think that players waited for him for a while. He's like our first villain in centuries, right? Wasn't Kurogiri technically our last villain? And then before that was like, what, Toga? Or maybe I'm mistaken. I think it was Toga, right? So we deserve this. It's been a long time coming, so that's why there's extra hype around this. A villain for a long time, and the main villain, and especially how horrific his skill kit looks, even better. So take care, have fun. I'll catch you tomorrow. Get ready. Best of luck to everybody pulling. I want to see you all pop off. Please let me know. Are you pulling? Are you skipping? What's the idea?